and I had this panic for 2 days.
Hey Sebi, ganz kurz, wärst du offen, die neue Folge mal aus einer anderen Perspektive zu zeigen?
Hi René, ich freue mich mega auf die neue Folge, bin echt schon gespannt und ja genau, ich vertraue dir da absolut, von daher schieß los, ich freue mich.
That's me, René, filmmaker, artist, whatever you want to call it. But more importantly, the man behind the camera that has the honor to follow one of the best triathletes of all time around the globe. This time, New Zealand.
It's getting pretty gross, eh?
Oliven, danke. Schon eine Weile her. Delicious.
2 races in 2 weeks, over 10,000 miles away from home without his family. Ambitious like Sebastian Kienle is and ever was in his last year of professional triathlon. A journey full ups and downs, but far behind his own expectations.
I've not performed at a level that I wanted to in the competitions.
It took me a while to figure out how to tell this behind-the-scenes story. So many memories, impressions, not just as a filmmaker. Scenes you usually never see or things you probably would never find out. This journey was special, intense, challenging. But more importantly, if you ask me, I think it was an eye-opening process.
What I kinda enjoy is that it's almost like a completely white piece of paper to me, and I can draw this story about this whole year.
You can definitely tell that this journey caused something within Sebastian. Some aspects of the self don't want to be approached head-on. They prefer to arrive indirectly, in their own way.
Is this the bellboy?
Yeah, right. How are you?
Hey man,
Good to see you. Hey, Cleve.
great to be here.
Yeah, welcome.
Yeah, it's awesome, man.
Enjoying it?
I'm definitely doing it. It's just the problem is just, I mean, it's difficult to describe how I feel without using any strong words, but
It's not like you though, Sebby, don't worry.
like a
You normally swear anyway, so it's fine.
okay, then I would say it's like a dry-aged piece of shit. I have to say I'm getting really mad about myself because this is quite a huge trip, and obviously I want to do good and I want to enjoy, and it's quite difficult to enjoy if you're not 100% and have doubts and even about starting the race.
It's hard enough to breathe when we don't have smoke caught in the lungs, you see. We can hardly see. Should we tell someone, or are the clouds above asleep?
and uncertainties without feeling any joy. We all have these days. We all have been there. But fighting through even when giving up seems to be so much easier. That's what defines greatness. And that's how I see Sebastian.
I think at the end it's about me, first of all, to not give up on that, because it's very easy start to make up excuses for yourself. You tell yourself like, yes, but I said this year is about, you know, enjoying the journey and it doesn't matter, don't push yourself too hard, be easy on you, and so on and so on. But I think this is not where the process is leading me. And I still believe that I'm able to show that this year, that I'm not just end up somewhere medicore and that's the end of the story. But until then, I think it's just important to let you be a part of this process, and you will see where it leads me. And that's also the interesting thing for me, is like, maybe watch this at the end of the year and see the development and read your own book. Yeah.
A lifelong learning to get better each day, inspiring others with our story. I think there is no difference regarding this between creatives and athletes, making us vulnerable every time we show something to the world. I started to ask myself, what is success? And what does really matter in life when you have achieved more or less everything? I think in the end it all comes down to one thing: finding connections, making memories that last forever.
Yeah, if you get invited and you know, having a great barbecue with the family and everything, it's just I think at the end, when you look back on your career, what really stands out is at one point you don't really remember certain race results or whatever, but I will definitely always remember the people I met along the way. You get to know so many different characters also, and Braden is one of the guys I absolutely admire in the sport. And it's not because just of his race results, but then it's also his complete different mindset, you know. It's not turning every stone every day and try to avoid anything that has nothing to do with triathlon. See him with his family and everything. I think that's it's something super cool to watch, and also something inspiring, because for me Braden is much more a role model than a lot of the other guys that are doing nothing else in the sport.
Sebastian as a person, he's a character. He's definitely different. He's honest, he's opinionated, and he's got a great sense of humour. He's always happy to make a joke, have a laugh, laugh at himself, laugh at others. It's a great personality. I've been able to follow him obviously over the years, and I always kind of knew we would probably get on really well. I think mentally we sort of see things in quite a similar light, and you know, for a German, he actually understands sarcasm really well, so when he hangs out with a Kiwi, then it works. And yeah, I've always thought that we'd probably get on really well, so it's been cool to spend some time with him.
So it's Monday, race week, Ironman Taupo, and Thursday last week, the week after Challenge Wanaka, I did an absolutely beautiful, longer kind of run towards Glendo Bay, which turned out to be a proper trail run. The day after, I just wanted to do an easy, fasted 35-minute jog. After like 10 minutes, or even maybe 5 minutes, I experienced some pretty shitty pain in my left leg on the IT band. And in 2010, I think it was prior to my first 70.3 World Championships, I had pretty much exactly the same jumper's knee or runner's knee or whatever you want to call it. If you had it, then you know it's pretty difficult to ignore the pain. It's actually almost impossible. You can put yourself in the middle of a highway and you would not be able to run from a truck that's about to hit you. I had 2 days no running, and now I guess we're gonna find out if I'm actually on the start line in Taupo or not. And that's also one of the things which I definitely not miss when I retire, is going into race week. And it's a second race week in a row where something is not like really good and you have to make a decision at one point. And yeah, it gets to your head definitely at one point. And hey, keep the fingers crossed that you see a smiling Sebi in about 1.5 hours. I'll just do an easy 15-20 minute jog. If it's gonna be alright, I think I know it's gonna be alright, and I hope it's just a little bit, it was just a little bit aggravated. We did physio and everything on it, so let's see. Just 5k, but definitely within the top 3 5ks in my whole life. Honestly, I'm not kidding. Maybe you know that panic when you just arrived at the airport and you're about to step in your rental car, and then you realize, oh, my bag with my passport, all the credit cards, 5,000 euros in cash, pretty much everything I need for a life, together with my mobile phone, my tablet and so on, forgot in the plane. And then your wife said, oh, I'll have it right here. You were about to forget it in the plane. That's the feeling you have when you start a run like this, where you feel this panic. And I had this panic for 2 days. Woke up this morning, I thought, yeah, I mean, because those guys who had this injury before know that you, within the first 5-6 minutes, you probably realize it's gonna be good or it's gonna be completely but yeah, it feels alright. I mean, I'm not pushing it, so tomorrow another day off running, and then maybe one one solid run before the race, and I'll be super stoked with that. Another not really ideal preparation here in New Zealand, that's for sure, but other than that, I'm feeling good, so yeah, let's keep the fingers crossed, it's gonna be alright. Love you.
We all evolve and change as human beings, day by day, or at least that's what we strive for. Change is hard, and life is challenging, but in a good way if we realize the signs. And to see this development is truly special.
In those colors, so muted, I'm hesitant, notions fading quickly under the lids of your eyes.
I'm René. I'm René Cuvée. I'm René Cuvée.
Arms open, cradle you embark in the sweet.
Do you learn something about yourself going here, coming here, beside the results? Something you would say, I'm traveling backwards to Germany?
Yeah. How much I love my family. That's definitely something. I thought I would not say easy, but I thought if I'm here and if I'm, focused on the training, and because it's so beautiful, and I also have my own support crew and everything, it should not be that hard to be away for 3 weeks. But it was definitely really hard for me to be away for 3 weeks and not having them with me. So that's definitely something that I learned. Is like family is the most important thing in life.
To see past the mundane and old patterns and get to what might otherwise be invisible, that's what really matters. When you realize that there's so much more waiting for you.
Speak your truth, you already know. Search your mind, it's written in gold. Don't say no, let it unfold out. I will take the embrace, so still it's where I'm found. All I know is an ocean note, and the look on your face was here in every sign. Still you're mine, there's oceans below. Raise your sail and then let go.
I'm very happy that I made this trip, despite that I'm almost come back home empty-handed when it comes to results. I think part of this journey is definitely that I started to be able to separate between, okay, I've not performed at a level that I wanted to in the competitions, but that doesn't mean that I'm, not able to enjoy the beautiful things. And for a long time, this definitely was the case. Like, you know, I've been at the most beautiful place in the world, but if the race was shit, like everything was shit. Like I made it shit, you know? I mean, that's what I meant, is you write your own story.